What if I told you that loving God first actually means loving people and putting people first? That might sound a little controversial, right? But stick with me. I think this truth and realizing this could transform your life, and it could transform your church. In Genesis chapter 1, God created the heavens and the earth, and he said, it is Tov. We translated good, but good doesn't really work very well for us, does it? Because we say a little scribble from our daughter, from our child, whenever they hand it to us is good. A meal that might not be the most excellent, the best meal that you've ever had, we might say, it's good. Somebody asks us about our health, and we say, it's good. Good doesn't quite work anymore, does it? It's kind of tainted with the way that we use it in our vernacular. So I like to say Tov instead, because that's what the Hebrew word is in Genesis chapter 1. And what it means is that it is profoundly functional. It's not just beautiful. It may be, but it's not just beautiful. It fulfills God's original design. So we want our churches and we want our lives to be Tov. And this is a contrast to toxic churches, because toxic churches, they don't always love people. They don't put people first. And they've got all sorts of other problems and issues as well. Now I want to be really clear. The Bible is pretty straightforward that we're to seek God first. Matthew 6 and verse 33, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. The things that he's talking about before Matthew 6 and verse 33, that's the food, the clothing, the money, the things that you need in order to just get by in life. And in Acts chapter 5 and verse 29, when the disciples were told not to preach about Jesus anymore, they said, we've got to obey God and not man. God comes first. But my question is, how do we put God first in our life? I submit to you that the way that we put God first in our life is by putting people first. Listen to what John writes in 1 John chapter 4, verses 20 and 21. There John writes, if someone says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? And this commandment we have from him, that he who loves God must love his brother also. So we say that we love God, but we hate our brother? That's ridiculous. You can't do that. If you really love God, then you're going to love your brother. And that includes people who are believers, but it also includes people who aren't believers, because all of us are creations of God. I know we're all busy. I know we're all flawed. And we've all made mistakes. But when people are surrounded by others who love them, who are paying attention to them and noticing the signs, then abuse and trauma and loneliness, these things don't happen because we observe it and we see that there are problems and we address it. That's what it means to love God first. Loving people first. Loving God comes first, but we love God by loving people. Serving God comes first, but we serve God by serving people. So when I say people first, I'm not putting people above God. I'm saying that the way that we love God is by loving people. The people that he created, and the people that he redeemed, and the people that he loved, and the people that Jesus died for. But why do some churches get this wrong? Why do we get this wrong sometimes? Watch the next video in this series for the start of the answer. And if stuff like this resonates, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss a notification.